March 16th, 2026. London. Chelsea Football Club is handed down the largest financial penalty in the history of the Premier League. 36 secret payments, £47.5 million hidden in offshore accounts. Suddenly, every trophy in the cabinet feels different. This isn't just a story about a transfer ban. This is the story of how a Premier League dynasty was built on dirty money. To understand the scale of this deception, we have to rewind to the summer of 2011. Between 2011 and 2018, Chelsea did not just compete, they conquered. Under the ownership of Roman Abramovich, Stamford Bridge became a fortress of relentless high-cost excellence. 2 Premier League titles, a Champions League, a Europa League, 2 FA Cups, and a League Cup. They assembled a squad of breathtaking quality, bringing in names that would define a generation of English football. Look at the 2014 to 2015 season under Jose Mourinho. They secured the league title with 87 points, leaving the rest of the country suffocating in their wake. They brought back Nemanja Matic for £21 million to shield the defence with absolute authority. They hijacked the transfer of Willian for £30 million, snatching him away from rivals in the blink of an eye. And above them all was Eden Hazard. Brought in from Lille for £32 million, he became the ultimate aesthetic weapon. Silky, ruthless, untouchable. The football they played captivated millions, but the machine was built on a lie. The details of how this team was truly assembled were locked away, hidden from the Football Association, UEFA, and the public. Then May 2022 arrived. Roman Abramovich was sanctioned by the UK government, forcing the sale of the club. A new ownership group, the BlueCo consortium, led by Todd Boehly, purchased Chelsea for £4.25 billion. During the due diligence process of the takeover, the new owners ripped open the historical books. What they found inside stopped everything. The details don't matter. What matters is the architecture of the fraud. Between 2011 and 2018, Chelsea made 36 separate undisclosed payments. The total was staggering, £47.5 million. Not 4 million, 47 million. Think about that. Tens of millions of pounds routed through a complex, multi-jurisdictional web of offshore shell companies, British Virgin Islands, Cyprus, Jersey. Entities like Leaston Holdings were used to funnel money to unregistered agents, players, and third parties. Payments linked to the acquisitions of Hazard, Willian, Matic, and Samuel Eto'o were deliberately kept off the official books. This was not an accounting error. This was a deliberate, methodical subversion of the rules designed to give Chelsea an artificial competitive advantage over rivals like Arsenal and Liverpool. Zero transparency, absolute deception. The irony is that the regulators did not catch them. The new owners had to self-report the violations to the authorities upon discovering the phantom accounts. In March 2026, the Premier League finally delivered its verdict, a £10.75 million fine, the largest in the history of the league, an immediate 9-month ban on signing academy players, a 1-year suspended ban on first-team transfers. But here is the most devastating twist of all. The Premier League concluded that even if these payments had been properly disclosed, Chelsea would not have breached the profitability and sustainability rules at the time. They didn't even need to hide the money. They just chose to. The deception was so ingrained in the culture of the Abramovich era that secrecy became the default setting. And the fallout is not over. The Football Association is still investigating 74 additional charges against the club regarding agent regulations. The investigation opened, the lies multiplied, the empire fractured. History judges empires by how they were built. When you look back at that era, the philosophical question is impossible to ignore. What happens to the memories of those beautiful goals when the foundation was a lie? The superstars were real, the talent of Eden Hazard was breathtaking, the tactical discipline of Nemanja Matic was authentic, but the financial architecture that allowed them to share the same pitch was illegitimate. We spent a decade marveling at their dominance instead of questioning their reality. The tragedy of modern football is that the magic on the pitch is so often funded by the darkness of it. Just like the Calciopoli scandal that rocked Italian football in 2006, the record books will still show the victories. The Chelsea dynasty will forever live in the history of the Premier League. But the shadow of the £47 million lie will never wash away. If you believe that the history of football deserves to be told with absolute truth, drop a like on this video. It tells the algorithm that real investigative storytelling still matters in the beautiful game. Here at Ball and Badge, we go beyond simple match highlights to uncover the untold stories that define the sport. Subscribe to Ball and Badge to see the game differently. Thank you.